to our today's intro session that we're starting our new group on 4th September. I'm glad to be here with you as the moderator of today's session. I'm Tuba, and I am a Salesforce admin and developer, also a mentor in WiseCoder. I have several guests for you to introduce: WiseCoder, Salesforce admin, business analyst, and developer training. Also our internship programs, mentorship programs, and alumni programs. I want my guests to introduce themselves one by one, then we will start our formal session. Thank you for being here today with us, and we're starting. I want to welcome Mr. Darvish first to just introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. I am Dervish. I'm an instructor in WiseCoder, and also I'm career coaching and also a mentor. Like I have a couple task here to do. And today I'm going to explain you like Salesforce admin part for today's session.
Also the alumni, I believe, and the career coaching. Mr. Darvish,
yeah, the
right?
career coaching, but end of the session. Yeah, but
Okay.
First I'm gonna explain admin part.
Thank you so much. And I want to invite Miss Julia for introducing herself.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here, like Tuba. I'm mentor and co-instructor at WiseCoder course, and I have a team, and I'm also managing the internship program as a Scrum Master. I want to tell something about internship program and the mentorship program. We are going to have a meeting once a week for mentorship program. With the starting your education program, we are going to start our mentorship program. You have a mentor and they motivate you. They'll help for all your questions. They're following you for LinkedIn account or any other issues. And also, I want to tell something about internship program. After the admin part, after the admin education, you are going to have an internship program for admin part. You have learned lots of things, and you are going to carry out this task with the Jira, the management tool, on your internship program. You are track issues, you are manage your projects, you have learned lots of things with your instructor, and you are going to carry out these tasks. At the end of the completing your task in the evening, you are going to have, or in the morning, that won't be any that's not important. You are going to have meeting with your Scrum Master. It's daily meeting, or we can say this daily stand-up. And also we are going to organize any other internship program with the developer part. And also we are going to organize the last one for the BA, Business Analyst course. You are going to learn better all of the subjects with this internship program. We are going to create your study groups. You are going to learn with your teammates. You are going to work as a real worker in the company, a real admin or a developer. Okay. That's all.
Yeah, actually, I was just like waiting for you to introduce yourself, but you already really explained all, really like opened up our minds. Thank you so much for just diving in.
I can't tell any other things.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
For the other times, because it's like we have 1 hour and we have like months to go through all of this stuff. So let's not make it hard for the students, you know. Oh, there's a lot, so let's not scare them.
Don't be afraid of these ones. These are so enjoyable for you. I think you will feel this.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we agree as well, but we will have more questions for you hopefully later in the session too. And I want Mr. Ercan to introduce himself.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you for coming today.
Hi.
I am Ercan Yılmaz, a Salesforce developer from UK. So also I'm an instructor in Wise Quarter. So we are preparing our students for their future career. Yeah, we'll be talking shortly in detail.
Sure. Thank you so
So,
much,
Mr.
Mr.
Erkan,
Arif.
I always wonder whenever I saw you like with this earbuds,
Yeah.
are you playing games and just turning in the meeting, or you always playing some games then turning to the meeting, or you?
So I live with them. so I join.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, yeah, Mr. Arjan. And Mr. Emin is here also as my guest for you today. I want him to introduce himself as well. Hi,
Yeah.
Mr. Emin.
Hi. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Emin, and I'm working as a senior business analyst in one of the consultant company. And I'm going to be a part of this, like I'm going to be coordinating the BA course. And yeah, like I think it is one of the unique condition and unique like courses that it's Wise Quarter is going to really provide, and it's great like a chance and great opportunity for the people who is interested in being BA and becoming a kind of a great part of project management of the companies. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you. Even I am so excited for that course because we have already like this course, BA course has to be provided to people who are already completed like the admin part. So you cannot just jump into being a Salesforce business analyst. So you have to first finish, complete your first admin part, and then you can just like join this course. And as someone who has already completed their course, I'm really looking forward for that part too. Thank you so much, Mr. Emin. And I want him to introduce himself, Mr. Resul.
I muted myself. Hi, my name is Resul. I'm the instructor for developer part. I would not say it's going to be easy, first of all. It's a little bit tough, but I will try my best to make it everything easy. We are going to work on developer of Apex, the developer of Salesforce. It's going to I think it's going to take 4 months or something like that. Anyway, I think we are going to talk in detail, in short. Okay, now, thank you. I'm really glad to be here.
Thank you so much. We are also glad to invite all of this perfect team here today to just like start our intro. So now we can dive in just like deeper for our sessions, like how is it going to be one by one. And I want to start with the beginning part, which is admin, Salesforce admin part. And I want Mr. Darvish to talk about it. Mr. Darvish, what should we expect from this course? For this training?
First. Yeah. So
sure.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. First of all, for my part for today's session, I am going to talk about the admin, who's admin, what they are doing, what they are going to provide, like in three small parts, like maybe 5 to 7 minutes. Then I will explain the LMS, what is the LMS, how we're going to use it for our education. Then at the end of the session, I'm going to explain the career coaching, okay? This is for today's part. So let's start with the Salesforce administrator. Who are the Salesforce administrator and what are expecting from them, okay? First of all, after you become Salesforce administrator, which is in like 2-3 months, you can call yourself as I'm Salesforce administrator or Salesforce admin. So the expecting salary in US, like starting from 75 to 95, even we saw some hundreds, but this will be between 75 to 95. And the demands for this job is increasing. By the way, this number 4.3 million is like since 2021, but we know that it's increased more. I couldn't find the updated one, but these numbers are increasing always. And the experience, this part is the part that I want to explain a little bit in details. Like, you know, the company, when they hire you, actually they are not expecting that much experience from you. As you can see it, like 42% of the Salesforce administrator, they have experience from 1 year to 3 years. Okay. So this is where we're gonna be in after 2-3 months. So we can call ourselves that we are, we have an experience of about 2.5 years, 3 years. And this is what we will be in 42% of the Salesforce administrator, which is great number actually. And then as you can see, like the Salesforce administrator whose experience like over 7 years are very low. So because they, change the role, they become Salesforce developer, they become Salesforce architect, and they so on. They keep going. So after like 5 years, 6 years, you won't be Salesforce admin anymore. You will be Salesforce, maybe architect or developers. Okay. So this is the good part to keep in mind for now. And what about the education? We don't expect very high educations. Even high school's degree will be much enough for this course. And as you can see, like half of the Salesforce admin, they have like bachelor degrees, okay, undergrad degree. And only like 17% of them has like the master degree. So you don't have to have any master degree or something like that. So just if a degree is not important here, actually. That's I'm trying to show that, okay? So this is something, that's the general info about the Salesforce administrator. So what is their roles? What they are gonna do when you become Salesforce developer? What kind of tasks are waiting for you? So first of all, you're gonna manage the company data. So you're gonna prepare a platform to manage this data, to keep this data in certain places and reach this data and use it. Make use of this data. How? After you create a platform, you customize the platform, which is the Salesforce. By the way, the platform we are talking about is in Salesforce. So there are many ready tools, but you're gonna customize them according to your company need. Then after you customize them, you will have certain things to save your data. Then you're gonna use this data to create some reports, dashboard for your decision maker, for your boss. Okay. Then of course, the automation is the big part of administrator. So you will automate many tasks, make your company jobs much easier for your company. Okay, instead of doing many things manually, you will create some rules. For one of them is the most powerful one is the flow, which, you will see flows in your dreams after 1 month. So, so the flows is like one of the highest automation tool in Salesforce. So when you learn to create and flows and you automate some tasks, this will be one of your daily tasks, not daily, maybe every weeks or a couple of weeks, you will get some things to create and flow or update your flow to do something. So you're gonna automate tasks. And of course, you are not the person who talk with the customers. You are behind system. You create a platform. You customize the platform for your company. So when the company hires someone or someone's exit from the job, so you're gonna add them to the system, delete them from the system, or you're gonna give the access, which is security part. So you're gonna give them some access or the level of access. You are the ones gonna define all of this, okay? All of these stuffs for your company. And of course, you're gonna maintain your system. Like if there's some updates, some new stuffs, and you will ask your manager if you can do it, and gonna update all of these things for your company. And another part is lead and case management, which is lead and case are an object of the Salesforce. You will these are like kind of you're going to learn them in the courses, but these are some tasks that you will see daily as a Salesforce developer. This is going to be your responsibilities, okay? But nothing, you won't write any codes or anything. All these things can be done by clicking somewhere, okay? And this is what we're going to show you during 2 months. So how you're going to become a Salesforce developer? So this is how you're going to become Salesforce developer. 2 months After 2 months, we're gonna teach you. Then 3 weeks, you're gonna apply this to the real project. And personally, my experience, in 2 months, you won't feel that you learn anything. But when you come to the internship, so I like the last internship, I was the Scrum Master of the internship, and the student was saying, how are we gonna do this task? We don't think we learned all of this stuff. And when I give them tasks, I explained them and I sent them home. Like the other day they came, they was, in the shock. They said, wow, we didn't know that we are able to do these stuffs now. But when we went home and we think about it for like a couple of minutes, then we realized, memorize things that we learned from the classes, and now we are able to do it. So I can assure you that after 2 months, you will be easily, doing the task of the Salesforce, but all these responsibilities of the Salesforce administrator. Okay. So this is the part of Salesforce administrator, and we're gonna cover all of these things in 2 months. So how are we gonna cover them, and how you're gonna get all access to all of this stuff is LMS, okay, Learning Management System. So we use Learning Management System, which is we called LMS, and you should have an access. If you already registered the course, you should had an access to the LMS. So we design same as this, like I'm gonna show you also that part. So you will reach, like if you solve your course 125, let me see it, team 125. Yeah, so this is your course, and you will see like that, the same part that I just show, okay? So it's gonna be introduction, then data model, security. So how are you gonna use this? It's going to from top to the bottom, okay? This is how you're gonna follow the course, and everything you learn in your live sessions, it will come here. The video records, if you have any handbooks, it will come to here. If you have any other slides, it will come to here. If you have any quiz, also your quizzes will show up here. So we manage all the learning materials, and we put in the only one system. So you have to only follow that. And as I said, from bottom to the top, you have to follow the course flow, okay? So one more thing to keep in mind here, which is the trail mix. And the trail mix, you're gonna learn it like in the first week of your course. It's a Trailhead. It's come from the Trailhead. It's a platform to do practices as a Salesforce admin and developer. So it's a platform of Salesforce. It's provide you. So it's a platform which provided by Salesforce, and there are like millions of tasks or millions of experience, or you can like hand-on experience, we say them, and you can go and do it over there. But when you go in that platform, it's very hard to find which one I should do it, or which task I can do it or not. So sometimes we have students, they go to that platform, they spend hours and they cannot do any of the task, okay? So what we did it, we make a trail mixes for each part of that you learn it. So when you click on this one, it will give you only the related, the task, the hand-on experience related to that part you just learned. So you can learn, then do some experience, do some practices to become more expert, okay? So this is about the LMS. If you don't have any access, you don't have access yet, you can contact the customer technical support. So they will help you to give an access, okay? So for now, it's all from my side, and I will see you at the end of the session, okay? If you have any questions.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, we can, if anyone has questions, we can still ask when he still continues. Thank you so much, Mr. Darvish. It's really like great. It sounds really exciting, and also I want to really just like highlight about this thing, and what I realized while they're explaining things, it's really open to grow our career, right? Because what you say is like when the first 4 years you're just an admin, we don't find so many very experienced admins, because they become like maybe developers at the same time, and later on, and they become architects. So it's great to feel like you can grow in your career.
I can say this percentile, they don't want to go other levels. They are lazy. They want to stay here, get this easy task. I know some people who just want to stay as a Salesforce administrator. We don't want much more money. This is enough for us, and I don't want like harder task or coding or any of this. So they will stay in that part. Okay, they will stay for like years in that part. But most of times after 4 or 5 years, of course, you are a developer now, and you become something else in the Salesforce.
Yeah, that's so good. So then after we complete about our like admin part of the training and the course, I want still Ms. Hülya to talk about a little bit deeper what kind of internship programs and how is it going to be, and what kind of mentorship programs we have, and what should we expect from our like internships and also mentorship programs.
Thank you, Tuba. I thought something briefly, but I want to say I want to give some details about our internship program. After the admin education, as Mr. Dervish explained, we are going to organize our internship program. We want to create a real-life experience for students. They are going to carry out their tasks that they have learned before, and they learned how they can use and manage Jira management tool, project management tool. They track issues and they manage projects. And after completing their tasks, they are going to have their daily meetings with Scrum Masters. For example, I'm also Scrum Master for the other class, and we will solve our problems together. They studied their task in a day. They studied with their teammates, study group, and then if they have any problem, we are going to solve them. And we have 3 internship projects after admin part, after developer part, and then BA business analyst program education. We have another internship program. And this is so important because after their education finished, they are going to apply job, and that this internship program will help them. They are going to feel comfortable because of this program. They are going to talk lots of things about their projects, their subjects, and they will learn better with this program. And also after internship, in addition to internship program, we have a mentorship program. With the beginning of the education, each mentor has a team. They help whatever they want, for example, related to their LinkedIn account, related to their internship or interview program, interviews. They will solve their problems together. They can call anytime. For example, I'm also a mentor, and when they feel bad, today, for example, a student wrote me, Hülya, I am going to apply a job, and I should have a meeting with you before this. And tomorrow we are going to come together to solve some problems, and I'm going to tell my experiences about the interview. So Wise Quarter helps all the time for all questions. We can solve all problems, all questions related to education program or any other problems. That's all I can say. If you have any question, you can ask about these programs.
Thank you so much, Hülya. As a mentor here, like I want to highlight this mentorship issue, like
Yes.
really greatly, because I really appreciate this system. As this is a long-term training, right? It is like almost like 6 months, but like until you get your internship, you're in the market term, and this is really kind of very packed program, and you're so taking it so intensely. So we really need someone to motivate us at the same time, isn't it? Like, and also like guide us through this stressful program, how to prioritize our tasks, daily
Mhm.
life. So it's really great. I appreciate you explain all these things. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Tuba.
Yes, okay. And I want to invite now Mr. Arjan to talk about how we prepare our students, our trainees to the interviews by our interview prep classes. Yes, welcome, Mr. Arjan.
Thank you, Tuba. Thank you very much. Actually, interview prep, when we say interview, of course, the most important part of the generally to get a job is interview generally. We have several methods to prepare ourselves for interviews. For example, I mean, other jobs, if you want to get a job, usually we get some professional support to get a job because it is a lot of different perspective and dimensions has in it so that you will manage your uh, general discussions, your technical background generally. And starting from language, throughout all the way, technical knowledge, your experience background, your skills and everything, you need to be confident and you need to be really expressing very well during the interview. Otherwise, how how the employers generally interview will know that you are capable to do that. Even though you have these skills, how they can make sure that you are the right person. So what we are doing here is we know Salesforce is too deep, and we know it is not easy to get all the topics, all the knowledge of Salesforce at once, like during this course. And that is why we are trying to give you the basic elementary skills and, of course, key skills that you will need to get a job. When you get a job, depends on your company. You may need deeper knowledge in the topic that your company is focusing. So we are giving enough technical knowledge during the course, but it is not enough to get a job. Knowing something is one thing, but showing this knowledge is another thing. And what we are doing for that is starting from the first week of the course until the last week of the journey, we are trying to give you special lesson. We call it interview prep sessions, interview prep lessons. During this lesson, parallel to course syllabus, we are going over the interview questions and answers. All the interview questions means technical questions and soft questions. We discuss together and we give sample answers. We just try to make a perspective that why this question will be asked and what should be our approach while we are answering these questions and what kind of answer should be included while we are talking about the question and answer. So this is what we are doing in this session, in this lesson generally. And we are updating our questions according to market reality because market is changing every day and day by day we need to update the questions. Our students, our alumni, when they get an interview and after interview they are getting back us with their questions, and with this question we are updating our documentation, and our documentation is we are very sure that quite enough to get a job if you know all the answers of these questions. So this is technical and soft part. We have both parts. What is soft skills? Soft skill is sometimes more important than technical skills because you need to be really well occupied. I mean, they generally have a lot of different skills because IT world is not just technical because you need to have managed meetings, you need to have work with different colleagues, and communication is key for that. And also time management because there are always deadlines, a lot of deadlines are coming and you need to manage it. And you need to also manage your stress. Also, if someone is aggressive in your team, you need to manage. If you have pressure from management, also you need to manage all of them. So we are teaching how to manage, how to deal with all that. all of these. And also, of course, the most important thing here to take a course should be getting a job. So to get a job, you need to just express and showcase your skills during your interviews. And we are actually teaching how to do, what to do for that. And actually, and that at the end of the course, you will be confident having a course with mock interviews, of course, because we have minimum of 3 mock interviews. Mock interview is just simulation of a real interview. And with appointment, you are getting mock interview time. And with this, you will be showing your skills, your abilities, and we are also evaluating your expressions and your skills generally. And at the end of the day, we discuss what to be done to improve and to do better. And we are just we are just helping you, actually supporting you how to increase your skills. So the interview prep too deep, but for now, for the just introduction, this is enough. But when you come to the course, of course, you will get more support. And even though you will get different course, like from YouTube, from different packages, for example, you can learn Salesforce somehow, maybe not at that level as we are teaching here, but still you will get some knowledge. But without interview preparation, you will not get a job. That is just very short and sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I actually want to really highlight and underline that sentence of yours. Knowing something is different, but showing that you know something is something else. So I think this is really what we try to enhance with our students and trainees in this interview prep classes. Thank you so much, Aydan. And I want to invite to talk about our business analyst classes for Mr. Emin. He's going to be here for our business analyst classes. Is he here? Yep. Okay. Great.
So just a second. Sorry, give me a minute.
No worries.
I'll share my screen. Just a second. Yeah, just simply I want to just go the outline of the course.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to be starting like September 4th, and the days are going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the time is going to be 7 to 9 p.m. And there will be some Saturday classes also, for especially for intern time, or also like there will be some office hours or some like Q&A sessions. The session best practices are going to be just like I will try my best like to make it just everybody to learn, grow, and support one another. That's very important, because sometimes like we are getting some part of the knowledge, but there are our friends besides us are having like the different part of the knowledge, so we can just like contribute, we can collaborate and communicate well. Like we can turn cameras, but on the other hand, like everybody is just like very whatever you are comfortable with that. And we are, as I said, we are going to, in my courses, I'll encourage everyone to participate and be a part of this session. I am not saying that this is the most important course, but on the other hand, BA is kind of like sometimes like you have to catch some kind of things from words. Like, of course, like it's going to be visual. We are going to share everything, but on the other hand, discussions are really important. So you have to focus on discussions as well. And I will try my best like to bring like real life experiences, real life like the scenarios, like not sharing log, just like exactly the same projects or something, but I'm going to give some feedback, some kind of, for example, like different kind of like approach, like to different kind of projects. And at the beginning, we mentioned that like it's good to know like basic admin responsibilities, and this is the Salesforce's official admin responsibility chart. And user management is one of the important thing for the BAs. So we are going to talk a lot about user management. So it's better to know like at least some knowledge, to have some knowledge on that. Data management is going to be one of the part of this BA journey. So that's something that you need to have some knowledge. Salesforce security in general, it is starting from IP security, it's starting from our restriction security to field level security, record security, sharing rules, permission sets, other things. So you need to have some kind of idea, because you are going to be also working with the IT team. So like not only just your project team, I mean like IT team of the company. So there should be IT alignment, and also some knowledge about the just reporting and dashboarding is going to be important, because we are going to go deeply on the business insights like throughout our course. Our training approach is going to be just one of the most important things, onboarding. Why I said onboarding? Like when you start the company, so you have to get some knowledge. You have to have some knowledge. Like you cannot just like, even if you are going to pass the interview, even if you are going to be hired, but always there is onboarding problems. Like we have to deal with. We have to understand. We have to just like communicate. We have to catch, we have to capture, like, because there will be different kind of onboarding like sessions, like maybe trainings, maybe like some kind of shadowing or some other things. So we are going to talk about those things. Onboarding is important. Foundational skills, and Mr. Ercan mentioned about one of the things is the soft skills, and soft skills is in BA, it's very important. So you have to have these soft skills. You have to understand how can you manage yourself, how can you manage your team, how can you manage your approach, how can you manage even like the behaviors like in your company. That's important. We are going to talk about the tools and technologies, like different kind of tools. Let's say Jira, maybe you know like how to use Jira, but from the BA perspective, Jira, what's that, and how can you create the epics? How can you create the user stories? How can you manage them? How can you share them with your teams? And plus, like what kind of even like the fields like in the Jira, it's going to be important for your project at the beginning before starting. Project management is going to be one of the, this is not a project manager course, but on the other hand, you have to understand like your team members, project team members, who are they, and how, as a business analyst, how you are going to behave, how you are going to place yourself in that team. Business and data analysis is going to be part of our course, and the technical analysis also going to be. Some user stories are going to be technical user stories, but some of them you shouldn't know. Like you should forget your technical skills. That's important, and you have to manage yourself. Like in what projects, like you have to have your technical skills like on place, on table, but for some projects, like you have to just forget and think like business insights and the business oriented. Agile transformation is important. We are going to talk about the waterfall as well, but agile transformation, what is the agile? How you solve the problems with the agile? What kind of how you are managing sprints, and how many sprints are going to be in the project and the sprint zero. What's the sprint zero? The planning like of the project. What does it mean? Organizational change is going to be important. In organizational change, there are several things like change orders are going to be part of that. Change management is going to be part of that because you are implementing and you are integrating a solution. So like there is a change. So how are you going to manage this change and what is your role in this change management? And the project controls from your BA perspective, how does it work and how you are going to just communicate, how you are going to be a functional person and deal with like each member of the team plus the stakeholders or plus the business stakeholders, whoever there are. And those are important, our approach. And in general, this is our curriculum outline. It's going to be like, as I said, like our training approach is going to give the whole approach. So you will get all those, but on the other hand, we are going to have the curriculum outline. This is our curriculum outline in general. And the final is going to be real world case study and the presentation. And you are going to be also able to prepare a presentation, like how can you really prepare yourself, your project for the stakeholders and also just like being prepared for exiting from that, like signing off from the project. Yeah, that's all. If you have any questions, I'm here.
Thank you so much. It was a really deeply like explained part, and I just still want to wrap up with a question, which is I think really important. Maybe there are some of our guests, they don't have really exact idea. What is really a business analyst? Can we wrap up with that? I would love to listen to that exactly. Is it a bit hard?
Business analyst is one of the key responsibility, and lately it is becoming more popular, more famous. Why? Because like we are always talking about technical skills when there is a product management and the business skills for the product management. But when it comes to especially when it comes to understanding or making kind of transition between the technical side and the business side of the development, any kind of product development, you have to think that there should be a kind of bridge. And this bridge is making the right choices, like taking like information from stakeholders, from the customer client or from the business unit, and bringing those information directly to the technical with their language. Like that's very important, because this is a kind of translation. That business analyst is that person, because most of the time, let's say developers or administrators contacting with the business or with the client, this is something like it bothers the project, or it bothers the life cycle of the project or product development, because getting right information, understanding your business teams, like business teams capacity plus budget plus time, like all kind of like resources, and then technical teams, the capacity and the velocity. When you are thinking all those kind of things, someone should understand and should measure like what kind of transformations, like what kind of, for example, knowledge sharing, what kind of how can we really make the right choices to make these development in that timeline, whatever is given to us, because like project has project scope, project schedule, and project budget is three main points, and especially Scrum Masters are working on that they know better. But like you have to also serve for that project scope, schedule, and budget. So you are a translator to get those information from stakeholders, bring to the technical team in a right way, with the right tool, with the right explanation. So the user stories are important, or acceptance criteria are important of the part of the project or the product development. So that's this person, business analyst, is a translator. I can say.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. I think now it's totally brightly obvious for all of us. Thank you so much. And now we want to jump into the developer part. And what should we expect from the developer part? Should we really be scared of this developer part? All these things. Now we need an explanation from Mr. Resul. Yes, here you are.
First of all, you don't need to worry about anything, because yes, I'm not saying that it's really easy, but as Mr. Emin mentioned, if someone translates what does businessman wants from you, then it's going to be really easy for us to write the code. But for that, I want to show my screen. I want to share my screen here. This is our org, Salesforce org. If you want to be an admin, you have to master on this setup part. Let me make it a little bit small. This setup, when you click here, now as an admin, you deal with this part. You learn what to do, how to create objects, etc., which Mr. Dervish mentioned. Now, if you want to be a developer, you have to go with developer console. When you open it here, this is the part which we learn. Let's give a minute. Yeah, this is the part which we need to learn. You have to learn how to create a class, how to create a trigger, etc. But in short, you are going to write all these codes. You will learn how to write all these codes. Now, let me show the effect. This is some part of my code here. Let's go. I think we are here. Now, after writing all that code, you are going to receive something like this. This cannot be done with admin part because these are buttons. You have to create. This is all for special needs. Your boss, product owner, they say, okay, now I want something that admin cannot do. Okay, now it's our time. We say, okay, if you want, we can do this. And now with this clicking with this button, you open another one, and then you are, again, fetching lots of records from somewhere, and you are giving some code, and then saying that, okay, this is open another part. You see, these are all done with developer part. To do this, you need to learn 3 languages. First language, you have to learn HTML here, which means these are the tags. You should learn what is card, what is button, what is how to write codes, what does this mean, what does if true mean, etc. This takes approximately 10 days. And then you say, okay, now I can write HTML, which is good, but it's only one part. And then you continue with the CSS part here. This is, actually you need to learn the basics of these codes, because Salesforce makes everything really, really easy, because they create a system that you don't need to, learn everything from CSS or HTML or JavaScript. It's already there. Just you need to learn how to find it. That's the thing. Now, we have some websites. These are all official websites. When you click here, this is the guideline of us. If you want to become a Lightning Web component LWC developer, now you have to master in this part. You see, we have some cards, buttons, lots of things. It's here. Just you are going to copy and paste, but you have to manage it. Now, not just only copy paste. You have to make some necessary change, right? That's the thing. And also, if you want to be master of CSS, which is really, useful for our friends, which has some artistic views, because I don't have any here, you have to master in this part. This is for CSS. After learning all these parts, actually, it's an ongoing process. First, you start learning CSS, and then you see, okay, now we have something, it's already there. Just you have to copy the code and make some adjustments and continue. Now, you learned HTML and then CSS, and then you need to learn JavaScript, which is really crucial. JavaScript is really important. You have to learn how to write functions, how to write lots of codes, what is array, etc. You have to learn lots of things. After finishing this, you need to learn Apex. Actually, order may change, but this 4 languages, but mostly Apex and JavaScript is really, really important. If you master all, especially in these 2 languages, then it's time to learn how to create, how to become a Salesforce developer. This is the first part. This takes approximately 2 months. Learning the languages takes approximately 2 months. After that, you say, okay, now it's time for us to learn Salesforce developer, which we start with Trigger. In admin part, let me show you. In admin part, if you want to go with admin, here it is. Now, we have, as I mentioned, if you go here, and if you say, I want to create a flow, we have flows. Now, this is flow. This is called flow, which you are going to learn when you are learning admin part. After finishing this, now, if your product owner says, now, do something that creates lots of records, which cannot be done with flows, then you have to write some codes here, which is called trigger. As I'm trying to say that, if a task cannot be done by admin, then developer says, okay, I can write this code. This is for special needs, which you are going to learn, and it's going to take, I believe, 4 months in total. After finishing this, the most enjoyable part, which Mr. Dervish showed, I will say salary, Salesforce developer. When you become, how would I say, you cannot, accomplish the task, just check this. I don't know. This is the oh, sorry. I will try to find Salesforce salary. Oh, this is the salary you'll get. It's average, which means I think it's really nice to have this salary. And at the end of 4th month, you will be able to get this for sure. After finishing our developer part, we have to continue with the internship, which you have to finish. Otherwise, it's going to be, you will miss some part. You will say, look, I know how to write code, but you have to have a task, you have to accomplish testing. It takes a little bit of time. That's the thing which we are going to teach. Let's wrap up. I will say it's going to take 4 months. For 2 months, you need to learn 4 different languages: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Apex. After learning the 4 languages, then you start learning Salesforce developer part, which takes 2 months. I will not say it's really easy, but it's not that hard. Just you have to be patient. You have to, how would I put this? It's really easy for someone who cares about the details. If you can focus on the details, then you will be easily become a Salesforce developer. I think it's enough for now. Later, we are going to talk a lot about all of these things. I don't know if you have any question or not. That's what we are going to learn in Salesforce developer.
I think the things are so clear, and if there is any question from our visitors, our guests, they can still ask. If they don't, we can just proceed to our very important part of our this training, which is career coaching and alumni programs. For this, I want to invite Mr. Darvish to talk about it. What should we expect from career coaching and alumni programs, and what are they looking like? What do you tell us?
Yep. Hi again. So
Hi.
let me share the screen again. Okay. So as you understand from the whole session, we have like three parts. Like if you want, of course, like there are three different courses here, like admin, administrator, business analyst, and also Salesforce developer. So you can become, to become a Salesforce developer, you need an admin part. To become a business analyst, you need also admin part. So admin is like kind of basement for everything. But when you get, it's an system, it's an environment that you need to learn how to use it. What is the inside? So you can learn all of this environment with the admin part. So either way, you have to become an admin. After admin, if you, as I said before, if you want to stay as an admin, that is on you, or if you want to progress your levels, then you can become, maybe business analysts and also, developers. And after developers, there are like architects, there are like the data analytics in Salesforce, and so on. There are many other different roles in Salesforce. So in this course, we provide these three different courses. So I think some of you already registered for business, like Salesforce administrator and also developer. So as a career coach, the reason why they put me as at the beginning of the session and also at the end of session, because as a career coach, we are with you with the beginning, even before register the course. We are with you and until you finish the course, and also we're going to be with you after you finish the course. So that's why they put me at the beginning and also at the end of the course. So what kind of things we are doing as a career coach? So there are I can say there are main two parts in career coach. So one of them is during the course. So during the course, we give you some, provide you some services that can keep you in the course, and get the most advanced, how you can learn all of this, make it the course more productivity, like make it more in the. So there are some steps that you need to go through the course and make yourself ready. Even Mr. Erdan, I don't know if he's still here or not. Yeah. So he mentioned that we give you small, by small pieces, not all in once. I know some students, they want to say, okay, all of these things which career coaching is offering, I can get them in a week, but we don't suggest these things. Okay. It's not an food that you can eat all of them together at once. So we want you to digest small pieces, get ready during the course, and when the course is done, then you are ready for the market. So to be doing that, so we have some services during the course which we provide we provide the mentorship services, and they will every week you will have some. Let me go back to the slide itself. So this part. So during the boot camps, you will have you will get this, you will gain the skills assessment you needed, and your mentor's gonna remind you all of this every week. You will have meetings, and he or she gonna remind you what you need to do this week and the second week and the third week. When it's become 1 month in the course, what we are expecting from you, what you should know during the 2 months, and all the skills assessment you needed. And then interview preparation, like the interview classes are also in the under the career coaching. So you're gonna gain what kind of questions we are going to take and how we should answer these questions, and so on. Every week you will have interview preparation sessions, and after a while we will mock interview you. Like we're gonna give you some mock interviews. Said, okay, you got all of these skills, you got all of this course. So can you sell them now? Can you explain them? This is the most important part. So you learn them, but how you're gonna market yourself. So then we give you, some our mentors, our instructors, they will mock interview you. Then they said, okay, this is what you should be more careful, and this is how you need to prepare your answers. And we're gonna be with you in every steps. Then of course, every couple of weeks we have like some workshops and seminars. When we realize, you become you are not studying anymore, you realize you need some boost, then we make some sessions to boost you. Okay, this is like it's happening in boot camps. It's very hard. It's every day, like 3 hours classes are not small number of hours. So, and every hour you take three hours class, and then you need to practice at least 2-3 hours. It's take the most of your time. So you'll go with the boot camp, and sometimes you feel so tired and you want to just stop and leave it. You may think, okay, this is something that I can't do it. Then at that point, when we realize this, our mentors usually they will say, okay, our students need some boost. Then you make some workshops, seminars to boost you. Okay. Then network and connections, like we will gonna ask you have to create your LinkedIn account and all of the other social media accounts that needed for the job, to find a job, and connect other people, like the correct people who's gonna help you to find a correct job. And of course, when you come close to the end of course, then we're gonna ask you to prepare your resume and that kind of things that you needed. This all have to be during the course. You cannot leave it, okay, let me learn it, then I will do this stuff. No, you have to do it during the course, and we have certain schedules for all of this. And of course, there are some, we say, skills assessment and certification. So as in Salesforce admin and developers, there are some certificate that's been provided by Salesforce itself, it's not us. Okay, we keep only maybe some certificate that you took the course from us, but it's not the more important certificate is the one which you're gonna get it from the Salesforce, which is valid everywhere in the world. Okay, it's been given by the Salesforce. It has some certain exams. Then we're gonna remind you to take these certificates. So, for example, for the admin one, at the end of admin part, our mentors are gonna tell you, hey, okay, this week we're gonna give a break, or if you need it, or a couple of days break, prepare for that exam, took your certificate. So we're gonna follow all of this as a career coach, and we track them, and we hold, we save them, and in our system we know which students did what and why he's not. Even if you don't do it, you don't listen to your mentors, then we're gonna call you, hey, we are asking you to do this, but you are not doing that. So what's going on? Are you trying to do the course, or are you just wasting your time? If you are wasting your time, so don't waste your time, and don't waste our times also. So we gotta track all of these always. So what about after the course? Like what is gonna do when the skill assessment part has many details. These are going to be, we're gonna cover all of this during the course. Like, we're gonna track you what's level you are in the trailhead, the platform that I mentioned before, and the certificate. Like these two certificate, we request every students to have it, like every students to have this. But there are more certificate if you need. Okay, we may, okay, you can take some more certificate if in case you need it. And there are some other skills assessment in the LinkedIn. We're gonna provide all of these, help you to get them, to gather them, okay, with your mentor sessions, okay. So interview preparation, it's kind of, you're gonna take everything from the interview prep classes, and we already have the materials ready for you. And I show you the LMS system. We're gonna provide all of these materials on LMS system. So you have to join. So people usually think interview prep sessions are just optional, but I think it's gonna be most important session. So like the technical part, you can learn anywhere, anytime. But interview prep, even there are many interview prep or soft skill things on the YouTube. But it's very important that you get them in in an style system, so in a good formulation. And we design all of this for the Salesforce developer. When you YouTube them, you may find things for any other role, not the Salesforce developer, but any other roles. But all of this been defined for the Salesforce developer, Salesforce administrator and developer. So you're gonna just get the things you need and not anything else. Okay. So then you will get the mock interview from these things you learned. Okay, then we're gonna give you feedback. Okay, you learn this, you prepare for that, but this looks not good enough. So you have to prepare for that other parts. So this mock interviews is kind of experience, and we want everyone to experience this. So if you experience this, then when you go to the real interview, then you will be more relaxed. And we don't want you to waste some of your it's very hard to get some interviews, real-time interviews. So when you get some real interviews, so we don't want you to miss that opportunity. So be ready when you get the chance of getting some interviews. So mostly you will be hired. Don't waste it. So get ready for that. Okay. So the Flipgrid is a platform. It's another platform because we believe that like maybe 60% of the success to be hired is more than, it's much important than technical part. So even you have every required technical for the position, but you cannot communicate, you cannot explain to others, which is business analyst. Mr. Emin mentioned all of this. So it's they may not hire you, even you are a good developer or a good admin, but you cannot communicate, you cannot explain yourself. Then the soft skills become very important in that point. So we have a Flipgrid for this, and believe me, there are like only 20-25 questions. And every interview you went from this 20-25 questions, you will have like 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, depending on the interview. So when I think myself as a student, and I have an exam and like 25 questions being given, and they said at least 5, like 3 or 5 of these questions will be asked, I will feel myself very lucky. And I will study for this question because I know there will be 3 or 5 of these questions in that exam, right? So the same for the interviews. So even we ask our students to be, get ready for this. Most of students, they won't, and they want. So we want you to prepare your answer and, answer these questions to the camera, to this Flipgrid system, because most of interviews will be through the Zoom or the, Google Team or Teams or any other, online tools. So we want you to get to experience all of this and be confident when you answer these questions and have some ready answer for all of them. Okay, it's just like 20-25 questions. So during the course, you will have a chance to prepare yourselves for this 20-25 most asked question. So this is the interview part. These all are still, everything's are still during the course. So after the course, what you're gonna do? So when you graduated, you're done with your admin part. And if you are continue with the business, then business analyst and Salesforce developer, and you've done all of the course, and you finish your internship, everything is done. And now the real job is start. You have to, chase a position. And then at that time, we are going to be we're gonna be with you all the time. Like the person who's gonna be with you, it's only us now. There is no instructor anymore. You may reach them, ask your question, but the people you're gonna find it is your career coach. Okay, so we're gonna help you. We're gonna be with you also. We're gonna form study groups, which are very, very important. We're gonna, if you needed additional interview preparation, if you needed, every month, every week, I'm trying to get students, all of these graduate students, in a meeting to follow up with them, what they are doing, what they needed, if they need some additional mock interviews. So we're going to help them to, for example, some of them, they reach us, they said, okay, next week I have an interview, very important interview. can you, before that, can you interview me, so I will be, much better for me. I will be confident during the real interview. So we help them to get some other mock interviews. And sometimes we have our friends in the market and they reach us, and I have a couple of this experience. They reach me, they said, okay, if you have any good Salesforce developer, please let us know. So of course we're going to give name of some of our students, but not every students, the ones who are tracking the job, working hard, and we know are very good with the technical support. Because when you become, you suggest someone, you want this person to get the job. If he don't get the job, if he don't prove that he's very good, then they won't ask us anymore. So we want to be sure when we suggest someone, they will be success in that job, that opportunity. So also these opportunities happen always. And as I said, we follow you all the times. We track you. We keep your data in the system. And if you are not, for example, now I have a system which show these students are passive. They are not in the market. They finish the course. Unless they told me, hey, please don't call me, enough. I leave this. I took the course, but it's not for me. I find a better job, or I launched my own job. I have a couple of students like that. So I stopped calling them. I mean, I called them for just regular stuff, not for why you are not going to the market. But if they are passive, finish the course, and they think, okay, we are going to be find in Salesforce developer positions, then I keep follow them. Okay, you told me last week you're gonna prepare your resume and you will go for the market, but you are not in the market. Why? What you needed? Please let us if you need anything. If you don't need anything, what is your, just go for the market and look for the job. And when you keep looking, you will find. If you don't look, no one will come to you. Hey, there's a Salesforce developer position. Come and work for us. You have to go their doors. You have to knock the doors, every possible doors. Okay. So we do all of this following, and still you have some mentorship after the graduation, but not all the times. So after mentorship, you will be only having career coaching, like after, I think, 2 months after your graduation. So after 2 months of your graduation, totally career coach will take care of you. Okay. And of course, you gotta continue, job search. For example, now I'm working on, there are some platforms for people joining from the Turkey. It's very hard. We know there is very less positions opening in Turkey. So, and I know that we have many students in Turkey. So what we are trying to do, I'm personally trying to search what kind of opportunity they can get from the Turkey. Like we have an Upwork, Fiverr, for example, and we know that many Indian, Pakistani people, they can take the jobs from Pakistan, from India, getting jobs from Upwork, Fiverr. So why we cannot take it? So we keep asking that question. So ourselves now, I'm trying to find a way. Okay, create your profile. I'm gonna select. Actually, I just talked to the couple of students, like a group of students in Turkey, and pilot group for the first time. So this pilot group, we're gonna create their profile in the Fiverr and Upwork, and we will try to get them some jobs through these systems. If they're able to get the jobs done, then they can continue. Even it will be much better than, I believe it will be much better than finding a position in Turkey, because you have a freedom over there. Whenever you want, you will get some jobs, and it's an online. You will finish it and submit it, then you will get your payment. So that kind of things, we always keep searching and trying to find new ways, keeping up with the whole system. Yeah, as a career coaching, this is what we offer. But as I said, we always tracking you, behind you, and if you need anything, we are always there to help you. And this is your schedule, Mr. Rasul, he already mentioned. So you're gonna have, it's same for the admin, same for the developer. So every day, weekdays, you're gonna have like 3 hours course. You're gonna learn it. The day hours is in Turkish, this is day hours in Turkish, and in English, the night hours. Then you have Saturday. It can be little bit can be changed, updated, but the overall looks like that. Okay. Yeah, that's all. And thank you for joining us today. And it was great to meet you, all of you. Yeah, Mr. Mistuba, that's all from
Thank you.
my side.
Thank you so much. And I think it's quite encouraging to have a career coaching program in the training. This is really great part of it. Thank you all, everyone, whoever attended, and thank you for my guests that they have given quite deep understanding of what we are doing in this like Salesforce admin and developer and business analyst course and training. And if you have any questions, we are still open once my guests are still here. If you don't have any questions, I just appreciate your time and thank you for being here today with us. We're so excited to start this training on 4th September together with everyone and see you during the time of training. Thank you.